Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster and I thought I'd do another quick carving video for you today. Now as you may have seen in one of my recent videos, I got some wood from a friend of mine who's moved house and cut down a couple of trees, and this is the piece we're going to be using today. This is a piece of Applewood. Now it's a really nice piece of wood. It smells absolutely lovely, very fresh. I've only had this 2 days and we cut it just before I left his house, so it's extremely fresh, lovely and green. And what I've done, I've marked up on here just a rough bowl shape with a couple of sort of handles on the side, and what I'm hoping to make here is a porridge bowl. Not going to be particularly big or deep, but it'd be enough hopefully for my friend's daughter, who is just gone 18 months, so she can have her porridge in the mornings. And I thought it'd be something nice to make for them, A, to say thank you for sort of giving me the pieces of wood, and B, it's something that's come from their new house that their young daughter can use. So hopefully, as long as I don't cock this up, that's hopefully what she'll be getting. Now what I did want to show you was at the top here, I've just drilled 2 very small holes in the top here. I've put a little bit of a bore hole in the middle there just to get me started. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the camera just a little bit closer in a second, and I'm going to try a slightly new and different way of securing this piece of wood while I'm working on it. Now it's something I've mentioned before but I've never done on a video, so hopefully this will make a bit more sense. Right then guys, so in order to secure this piece of work, rather than using a vise or my little carving bench and all those other bits and pieces that I normally tend to use, the 2 screw holes here are essentially for these, and all I'm going to do is screw this directly to the bench. Now I've deliberately left this larger piece at the back here, number one because there's a big knot on the back which is going to make carving a pain, so I've avoided that. But all I'm going to do is just screw this down directly to the bench, and hopefully that will give me enough stability. I mean, that's not moving anywhere at the moment. I may need to tighten it up later, but that is exactly how I kind of want it. Now what I'm going to do to start with, where I put my little bore hole, in fact let me move you guys a little bit closer just so you can see hopefully a bit better what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm just going to use my little throw mallet and one of my gouges just to start opening up this bowl a bit before we move on. And straight away this green wood, it's just carving like butter. It's the first time I've used apple for carving, and just within these first few seconds I am very impressed. There's some lovely grain in here. And what I'll do, I think I'm going to spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes just opening this up, and then I'll come back when we'll move over to our next tool. So there you go guys, about 10 minutes worth of work with the gouge, and we've started to get the foundation of our bowl. I'm now going to move over to this, which is my larger of the 2 Twicker cams that I own, and again this is just going to be for removing more material, and you've got a kind of a rolling motion on here. You can also do a kind of a sort of a twisting motion, circular motion, call it what you like, just to sort of take out bits from the centre. And again I'm just going to spend a bit of time doing this just to get this bowl finished and where I want it to be. And the important thing to remember when you're doing anything like this, whether you're using a gouge, a spoon knife, a Twicker cam or what have you, is to try and keep everything even. So I normally sort of start off at the centre, get a bit of a depression in there, and then work my way out round the sides. Just trying to keep everything that little bit even. I must admit this is feels like quite a tightly grained wood, and it's resisting the Twicker cam a little bit. There's a little knot here as well. It should work out fine. The other thing you can do with these, and it does leave some sort of fairly untidy marks, is you can kind of pull with the twicker cam like so, and you end up getting these kind of long thin shavings. It does remove quite a lot of wood quite quickly. You can flip that round, sort of reverse it and come back the other way. But again, like with any carving, especially something large like this, you just kind of have to take your time with it. Go with the way the wood wants you to go. You know, if you start hitting pieces that are a little bit troublesome and it doesn't want to cut through in that way, then just try coming in from another angle. If you start getting splits and things like this, just come in from the other side, tidy it up, and then go from there. Right then guys, well this is where we've got to for today. So the bowl is pretty much in, pretty well established. I need to tidy it up a little bit. I'm probably going to go a little bit deeper as well, and I will do that between now and the next episode. But essentially what I decided to do is, where I put 2 concentric circles as my marking and I was going to have one as a fairly thick wall, I actually realised I had a fair amount of waste material on the side, and the bigger I can make this bowl, obviously the more can be fitted in there. So I decided to sort of just move up to that second set of lines. I've got plenty of waste material around the sides to bring the walls in, so that should be fine. But that's it for today guys. As I say, I'll tidy this up between now and the next episode, and then we'll move on to sort of shaping the rough blank out of the bowl. But anyway, I hope it was useful guys. Comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll all join me next time. Thanks guys.